Woo! Okay, we are going live. Let's go ahead and... Oh, perfect. Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome into the channel. My name is Brent, otherwise known as UnchallengedGaming. Today, we're going to be continuing our adventure on our hardcore level 27 Orc Warrior. We are playing hardcore, and we are about to go into and complete ASHENVALE. We got a lot of quests to do today, so if this is your first time here, I do appreciate everyone tuning in. Be sure to go down below, give this video a big old thumbs up, would really appreciate it. Subscribe and follow along if you guys are watching this on YouTube or over on Twitch. I really do appreciate everyone tuning in, hanging out. Be sure to drop a hello in the chat. If you guys are watching this live, I do see a few guys out there. And if you guys are watching this on the repeat, drop a comment down below, say, hey, how are you doing? Let me know what your favorite class is on Hardcore World of Warcraft. And anything else you'd like to ask. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get into the jams. So, we ended the last episode as we arrived into ASHENVALE. We did complete Shadowfang Keep in the last dungeon. The shield drop that I really needed. Every single paladin in the group needed it. The Retribution paladins, like both of them. The healing paladin. The only thing that didn't need on it was like a warlock, I think it was. So, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get the shield. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so If you guys are just arriving in the ASHENVALE, right around level 27 to say 28, 29, you're going to go ahead and pick up the quest in the back here called Stone Talon Standstill. Once you have that quest, head up into this cave back here. We're going to go ahead and pick up 2 quests. I know it's only showing 1. We're going to go ahead and pick up the Mysteries of the Grove. Oh, they got rid of a brother's worried mind. Interesting. So they actually ended up getting rid of a quest. I'm going to get rid of that. Boom. Okay, remove that off my notes. And we're going to go ahead and make our way out the gate here. And we should pick up another quest out this way called the ASHENVALE Outrunners. And we'll go ahead and begin knocking out some stuff in this location. We got a lot of quests to get through here. Lots of quests, lots of quests. We're really close to level 28. We should hit level 28 today. That doesn't mean we'll do like a Black Fathom Deeps right away. I'd like to get into Black Fathom Deeps, but we'll see how how the grouping goes. Let me go ahead and add Shadowfang Keep. No, Black Fathom Deep. So if anybody mentions FD, we should get a notification across the top anytime somebody mentions Black Fathom Deeps, okay? So over here, you're going to go ahead and skip over Warsong supplies unless you're some sort of an engineer, or you can buy the Deadly Blunderbuss weapon. That's the only way you're able to get Warsong, the Warsong Saw Blades, I'm pretty sure. I think you have to trade the guy back there in Silver Tree Post, the Deadly Blunderbuss, in order to get a specific item. The other ones you can kind of pick up around the world, like the oil. You get that in the encampment. I think one of these you have to get like in Booty Bay, and then there's another one down here you can pick up. I mean, it's got some decent stuff here, for sure. But it just requires either being engineering or having access to buy something from an engineer. So, yeah, I don't have that, and I'm not going to be running around trying to get all that. We're going to go ahead and pick up ASHENVALE Outrunners right here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and at this point, we're going to head over here to West and go turn in Mysteries of the Grove. And that'll lead us to another quest called Baron's Report. And we're going to go ahead and skip the Lost Pages. That's a really just kind of a broken quest. It takes forever to do. We're not going to do it. So we went ahead and turned in Mysteries of the Grove right there. And we're going to go ahead and pick up Farron's Report. Okay, now that we have that, let's go ahead and head south of there. And we're going to go ahead and begin taking out the ASHENVALE Outrunner. Now, these guys are pretty stealthy, you can see right there. Right away, they just appear. And if you try and run around and kind of bundle these guys up, they do have a bit of a knockdown. So if you're fighting too many of them at once, you can get kind of locked in place, getting knocked down over and over. Other thing to kind of watch out for while you're here is the Giant Hawk. It's a level 31. What's it called? Shark Talon. It's called Shark Talon. It's a level 31 bird. You're going to see him kind of patrolling around here. He's pretty quiet. You're not going to like scare him, but you might. But he kind of patrols around in a big old circle. I don't know if we'd be able to take him out at level 27. We might be able to like pop retail and take him out. Or we could just kind of kite him back to the post. And then they can help us take him out. He's one of the more difficult of the 3 mobs that we're going to have to take out in the zone. So right now I'm just kind of running through here, kind of tabbing along. There should be these ASHENVALE Outrunners just kind of all over this area. I'm just not seeing as active as it could be. I'm gonna go ahead and continue making my way over that way. Maybe I'll kind of run across. You know, every one of these little blue dots should essentially be one. Either someone has recently kind of came through here and taken them out. Oh, there's one. And they're not here right now, or they're just kind of stealth and I just can't see them. Overpower. Perfect. Maybe a couple over. Yep, there's. And nice glowing weapon. Hey, what is up, Buzztronic? Welcome into the stream. Yeah, I got hooked up the other day by a guildie. I got a Duskbringer from Shadowfang Keep the other day, and then I got hooked up. I traded it to like a guildie. Oh, there's Sharp Talon. He snuck up on me right away. Oh. If I could take out this guy, I might be able to hit him with a long-range weapon to draw him out into the encampment over here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's go get him. Here we go. Watch this. Okay, we grabbed him. Here's the guards. I didn't do enough damage to him. Oh, big fail right there. Big fail. I didn't do enough damage to him to be able to loot it. Okay, so the idea behind it was we would get the kill, we would be able to loot the item, but unfortunately, I didn't do enough damage to him before the guards took him out. It is good to know that the guards can take him out. Pretty easy at that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my ASHENVALE quest down here, the ASHENVALE Outrunners. And then the next time I'm either running through here, it has a bit of a respawn rate. It has a, I'm in combat. It has a little bit of like a 6-minute respawn of sorts. And then next time it appears, we'll go ahead and this time we'll definitely do some damage to it before we let the guards take it out. But it is nice to know that the guards do assist and help. That's a stalker. I don't need stalker. I do see the other ones there too, though. But how are you doing, Buzztronic? Welcome in. How was your weekend? Is it all turtle? Yes. Yep, still the same. Nothing has changed there. We're still playing on the same server. We're still working towards our goal. Yeah, working towards hitting level 60 here. I did see some news on another private server called Everlook. Everlook recently announced yesterday in their Discord server that they'll be closing down later this month in September. They said it was due to Blizzard, but it could just be that, you know, it's just another classic server. They've kind of ran their time and they just want to close down and they have an excuse to kind of do that. But who knows? Nobody knows. But that's what a lot of individuals think over on the Discord server. They think that the server probably just wasn't making a lot of money and that it's really easy to kind of point that finger at somebody else and be like, hey, they told us to close down and we're complying with them. I felt the same. Oh, you saw the announcement over there too? Yeah, I feel like that's the case. It's really easy to just be like, oh no, they told us to close down, so we're closing down. let's see here. Okay, we're pretty much done with this quest. We'll have to come back through here for the bird. I don't see the bird on my minimap. And nice. Do a /db sharp talon. And this bird looks like he spawns over here somewhere. Like he spawns right there. But because we killed him and he has a 5-minute respawn, it's going to take him a little bit. Because they probably were being asked to shut down a long time ago, like most servers are. Yeah, I mean, Everlook has been up for what, 7? No, it's been up for 3 years, I believe, at this point. It wasn't getting a lot of traction. Like, you have classic World of Warcraft. What's like the big draw to play on another classic server? They didn't really offer anything unique. The only reason a lot of individuals really play on Turtle WoW, play on Project Epoch, is that new Classic Plus experience. That new experience that you don't really get when you're just playing on a classic server. Classic servers still have a lot of broken items between most classes that just have completely useless specs that are not viable for leveling, for for end game, and they're just not a lot of fun. So when a server comes out and it's a plus server, and they fixed a lot of the little issues that were an issue, such as here on Turtle WoW, right? They fixed paladins, the protection spec, the retribution spec. They fixed the balance on the druids, right? They gave boomkins, and they fixed up their mana issues, and shamans as well. They fixed up a lot of the mana issues there. Discipline priests, they fixed their mana issues as far as like reducing the amount of mana it takes when you fight and other abilities. And you get the instant cast smite on procs, and there's a lot of really cool ideas that they've done to a lot of other classes. Oh, someone else is doing the turret quest right here. We'll go ahead and take a second. I don't think I can mine iron just yet. I'm leaving combat. And do you have any idea if Arcane is useless in Classic? I'm Arcane on Turtle. I'm pretty sure in Classic World of Warcraft, Arcane was essentially pretty bad. It could get interrupted pretty easily. It didn't have very good mana efficiency. And as far as like control, it just didn't have any control. But I've never played a mage to level 60, or I don't think very high at all on Classic. So I don't have a whole lot of experience with mages to really say, if classes back in vanilla were bad for mages. The only classes I really kind of knew back in vanilla were like paladins, hunters, druids a bit, and that was basically it. I didn't do a whole lot of anything else. Yeah, back during the vanilla times, I didn't play a lot of classes. I mostly just kind of played 2 classes primarily. That was the paladin and the hunter. I think Sharp Talon should be up. I'm going to go ahead and go back and see if the birds respawned, and then work on taking him out. If the bird isn't respawned, that's fine. I'm sure it is. It's been well within 5 minutes. We're just go ahead and make our way over this way. It should respawn back over this way. And then we saw how close it got into the city. So all we have to do is kind of wait nearby that location right there. And we should see it appear, and we can kind of fight it about 50% and then pull it into the city and have it get taken out. You're playing Arcane. So did you recently start a new mage? And there's Sharp Talon. Okay, it's respawn there. I'm a level 41 mage. Okay, so you've been leveling for a while then. Are you playing hardcore or normal? You never restarted your paladin, huh? Softcore. Yeah, I think you had a hardcore pala, right? And then it died or something. Okay, here it comes. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that this area is kind of cleared up a little bit. I go right there. Softcore. I rage quit and deleted all characters paladin too. Oh man, yeah, that's gonna happen sometimes. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and take out the this bird here. Oh wait, I never got the food buff, man. I got a bunch of these potions. Okay, here we go. We're gonna engage and then draw him to the guards once we get him to a reasonable amount of damage taken, okay? Oh shoot. I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of cut him like this for a little bit, just kind of let him bleed out. I want to get him to about 50% before I draw him to the guards. Unless the situation gets kind of tricky. Like, I feel like at this point, we're good. We're in the clear. He's at 50% now. I'll go ahead and spin him around like this so that the guard can hit him in the back. And there we go. We got the sharp talon claw. Perfect. Let's go ahead and bandage up. And I even forgot that I had a hardcore paladin, but you did remember. Hey, my bad. I didn't mean to bring back those memories. Bringing back the memories. Okay, let's go ahead and get mounted up. We're gonna go see if Toric respawned back over here, and we'll go ahead and take out Toric. We'll go ahead and assist Toric. Yeah. Yeah, I figured you'd made it, but he didn't die then, so you ended up rage quitting, and then you deleted him, so he never really died. He just didn't get the chance to fully bloom. Right? That's kind of the thing. Okay, Toric's Assault should be over here. It should have respawned. Oh yeah, there he is. This is the next big weapon upgrade for warriors. There is a mace that we got down in Camp Terragio, but this thing right here gives us. Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, this gives us a 16 DPS weapon, a polished staff. So, oh, this thing is actually better. The demolition hammer that we picked up from Camp Terragio. So I have to see, are we able to do this quest pretty easy without assisting them? I'm level 27, so I'm kind of way out over this class. You know, over the, oh, they already, this warrior over here completely cleared this place already. He may have been doing the, you know, clearing it out in preparation. I got him to level 18. Main pal. So I got him to level 18. Man Pally is software even. Main Pally is software even if you play hardcore. Ooh, hardcore player died right there. Level 26. How do you die in here? At level 26. Yeah, paladins are a really easy, pretty chill class. I always level as protection. I leveled as retribution one time, and then I leveled as protection the rest of the time. Protection is pretty nice because you can still do a lot of damage as a protection paladin, right? You're basically doing on par DPS with a retribution paladin. And then, wow, this guy's level 24. And quest complete. Honestly, you could probably kind of hide out. You could probably kind of hide out in the background while all these mobs just kind of clear this area, and you could just complete this quest pretty easy at lower level and just get the quest complete. Huh. And I can't pick up iron. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and head to the east over here. There's a report that I didn't get completed. I have to go turn in one of these Warsong reports still to the writer that's on the mount back there. I never completed it. I should have probably went over there sooner, but we'll go ahead and run. Now that we're level 27, we're less risky to die during something kind of going sideways. Last time we were here, I think we were level like 20, 22 potentially, and we were around level 28 mobs on the side. Like there was wolves, there was spiders, there was a bunch of gravestones of other people who had attempted to do what I was doing and go talk to the war writer who had died, and I didn't need that in my life. So I mean, he is easy. Yeah, paladins are very straightforward. You know, especially as a protection paladin, if you're leveling as a protection paladin, you have so many reflection damage. You have your retribution aura, you have your blessing of sanctuary, you have your consecration, you have a shield spike. So right there, and you have holy shield, right? That's 5 things: retribution aura, consecration, blessing of sanctuary, shield spike, and holy shield. So you have 5 things that's reflecting damage to people as they're hitting you. Plus then you have your white damage, you have your steel damage. It's just a lot of damage you're able to just kind of reflect back at attackers, and you just do a lot of damage without really having to do a lot of damage, right? You're just reflecting a lot. So the main thing about Paladin is just kind of keep it alive. Just drop a Seal of Light or Seal of Wisdom, and then use Seal of Light, and just kind of keep yourself healed and with mana. And if you can outlast a mob of enemies, you're pretty much straight. And you have so many defensive cooldowns, right? You have your Divine Shield, which protects you from all damage. Then you can heal yourself, or you can bandage, or if you need to, you can hit a sprint potion to get out of a jam, and then start sprinting away. And if you feel like you're gonna get dazed, you can just hit your bubble. And now you have nothing that can stop you inside your shield while you're running at full speed, 50% away from that target. So you'll get away and then be able to drop the aggro. As long as you're not stuck within some kind of a cave or you can't get out really easy, paladins should not die very easy. Yeah, paladins are probably one of the easiest classes to level in the open world outside of druids, just because they have so many "oh no, I'm gonna die" buttons. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and make our way to the east here. We should see the Outrunner somewhere over this way. They're selling a choker of station. Increases damage done by fire spells and effects by 16. Restores 8 HP 5. Okay, that's pretty much a like a warlock item right there. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and make our way to the east. There's not a lot of things that will kill me on this road as I make this way. You don't ever want to go into this little path that way. You will get killed by the guards. But if we're on the road, we're just kind of looking for the Outrider. And Alliance has a quest to kill him, unfortunately. So sometimes we'll see him, other times we won't. Oh, there he is. There he is, the Warsong Outrider. Boy, he is way over here. He's way over here. Yeah, see these beasts level 29. So this is why it's really difficult to come out this way when you're low level, because there are spiders along here on the side that I can't see right now. I can't see anything, you know, there's no mobs to the left or right of me, but there are mobs out there. Let's go ahead and turn in the War Song report, and we got that quest complete. We got the War Song reports complete, so we're gonna go ahead and make our way back to Splinter Tree Forest and then head south. Oh, see the spider right here? I should be able to drop aggro. I didn't see it right now, but yeah, I got date. And there we go. We dropped aggro. But see how that happened? Like I said, there's level 29s over here. If I was low level running this way, you would die. You don't ever want to run this way unless you're, you know, doing this right now. Last time when we turned around, we didn't go past these, there's like a light back here. That I said, if you go past that point at this level, you probably will die. There's so many mobs here that are invisible that you can't see, that they will take you out and kill you. Yeah, this light post right here, it's the kind of the last light post before you head down this hill. There's a bunch of spiders all over this back area back there. It's essentially the kind of spot you just stop and you don't go past it. But we were able to go past. We did survive because we're level 27 now. Otherwise, if we were like less level than we are now, we would have attracted a whole bunch more mobs. Yeah, we'll be level 28, I believe, by the time we kind of come back through here. Okie doke. Okadoke, okadoke. Guess I could hearth, but it's fine. Yeah, we're so close now. I don't know if I want to turn in these quests that I have completed right now, or just wait a little bit. The quests are going to give me the same amount of experience, whether I'm level 27 or 28, but the mobs that I'm going to be killing in the future, if I'm level 27, I'll get more experience for killing them, versus if I'm 28, I'm going to get less experience. I still need to kill 190 mobs potentially to get to the next level. Which, that seems pretty wild. I feel like I should have a lot less. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bubbles until level 28. So I feel like I should... I don't know. I feel like I should have less amount of mobs that I have to take out. I'm going to go ahead and wait it out. I'd rather wait and hit level 28 first so I can get closer to 29 than turn them in now. We are going to go ahead and turn in the War Song reports, and then we're going to go ahead and cut across, and then do the Stone Talon Standstill. Maybe I'll turn this one in right now since I'm here. I do want to hit level 28 quickly because the mobs that we're going to be fighting... Hey, there's Sharp Talon again. Yeah, this is the best time to just kind of hit them, fight them on the road to about 50%, and then get the guards to assist you. Just as we did, guys. Just as we did. Let's see. If we don't go down here now and turn this quest in, we're not going to be able to do it later. Camouflage quest. I can drop that quest. Not that one. That one. Perfect. Boom. Bada bing. Are you okay? So you are 11 in Arcane Mage. Are you enjoying it? Is it? Have you tried other specs before on mages and just felt like Arcane Mage is the way to go? I've seen some Arcane Mages on Hardcore. I guess there's like some 31 point talent that if you lose X amount of mana, you actually explode. And there was one mage that was doing Uldar or something like that, and his group was saying that he went too far with his mana and his character exploded, like combusted, and he died as a hardcore player just by going below a certain point on mana. Okay, we have reached the Barrens. You think this warrior's gonna win? Ah, he seems to be doing it. Yep, he's got it. Got it. Okay, we're gonna head up into this tower right here and turn in the quest called the War Song Reports. 1800 experience, I'll take that. And then from here, we'll make our way back up into Stone Talon. Now, I'm trying to see, is there an easier way to head west from here? Or will I get hit by a whole bunch of higher level mobs? No, I think I should be fine. Kind of taking a peek through here. And most of these mobs are level 20 and such, so I think we should be pretty clear. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and head over here to do the Stone Talon standstill at the lake. And it's pretty clear. Look at all this copper and iron, and even kind of silver back there. I do need quite a bit of copper. Did you have a good weekend, Bustronic? Do anything fun and exciting? Willing to buy and intellect. Not gonna find a lot of enchants at level 26. Got iron and copper. Oh, Silverwing Grove. Holy cow, I didn't know there's an alliance base over here. Oh, wait, is this the Warsong Gulch? I don't remember there being Silverwing Grove. Is that new? I'm not familiar with that little encampment. So I'm not sure, but that has skulls. So I'm gonna avoid running through there because the skulls will take me out pretty quickly. Instead, I'm gonna go ahead and go around it. What is this, the road? Huh. So this road right here takes you into the Silverwing encampment. And there's not just normal guards outside. These guys are elites. Look at that. It's an elite with 9,000 health. I wonder if that's the Warsong Gulch location. We're gonna go ahead and make our way across this river. Reach the Well, I'm always kind of cautious that I don't run into something that's higher level than I'm expecting. And that I'm running into some like new town that I'm not familiar with. Full battle shout and then take him out. Oop, execute. Ah. Okay, we're almost to the lake. Let's continue on this way. There's some gates right here. I'm not seeing any hostiles of sorts, like guards. So it's just like a random gate. It's a random gated community. It kind of takes you on this. Yeah, fight the. Come on, lead. Afflicts your target with shadow energy. Causes all party members to heal for 20% of shadow spell damage. Huh. Okay, we've almost made it to the lake. Now, this lake is pretty deadly for sure. I'll go ahead and explain it a bit more. There's a named mob here that we absolutely have to pummel. If we don't pummel the cast and we get frozen, we end up dying. We either have to line of sight him around the gazebo or we die. Kind of the thing. I really should get to the other side of the lake. It's safer on that side than this side. And I don't want to get too close to the city, but I'm going to go ahead and make my way through. Oh, I didn't mean to clap. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, make our way to the opposite side of the city, away from the guards. So if we run this far away, we're not gonna aggro these guys. And we want to be on this opposite side of the city. Okay, now we're on this side. We're pretty safe. We're going to go ahead and take out the befouled water elementals for the quest, the Stone Talon Standstill, okay? And yeah, these guys are immune to my bully. Oh, boy. That frostbolt. I'm not worried about this frostbolt. Although if you fight if you fight too many of them at once, I'm pretty sure. I think I was gonna see if that frostbolt had a debuff. I think it has some kind of a debuff. There's a named mob in this lake. That's the issue. So here, let's look at the debuff right here. Reduce speed. Okay, so it's not a debuff then. Okay. Let's go ahead and weapon. Sharpening stone, my weapon. Stone weapon. Yeah, today, guys, we're leveling on our hardcore orc warrior. We are playing a level 27 warrior and trying to survive. That's the main goal of today. ASHENVALE can be a pretty difficult spot for both Horde and Alliance. I'm thinking Horde has a harder time than Alliance. But let me know there in the chat. What do you guys think? Is ASHENVALE easier for the Horde or harder? The reason for that, I just feel like there's a lot more Alliance encampments located throughout the map that you can potentially run into. Also, a lot of the hostile mobs here that are not hostile to you as an Alliance player are hostile to you as a Horde. For example, I think all of the animals that we have to kill in the zone, I'm pretty sure that they're not hostile to the Alliance. Like the Talon guy and all that, I'm pretty sure that they're not hostile to the Alliance. I'm gonna go ahead and make my way to that island over here because I have to go to the gazebo. I'm gonna make sure I'm not fighting multiple of these guys. I got plenty of rage to interrupt this stuff. Wow. I interrupted it, but it still passed. Yeah, I completed that portion of the quest by I was able to scout out Astral Lake. Did I just have a really bad interrupt, or what happened there? I'm gonna start casting. I pummel. Oh, he died before I pummel. And I don't know about harder for the Horde, but ASHENVALE definitely feels more inconvenient for the Horde. Huh. Yeah, I guess that would be the wording, I suppose. I just feel like there's a lot of things for the on the Horde side that can take you out. Out of range. And welcome into the stream, by the way, Doug. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing today? Pummel. I can't get that pummel. I was like in the middle of a sender. Let's do a slash spider S. Oh, somebody targeted already. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see if that thing can respawn here. It does drop an item called the Befouled Element that starts a quest in the water. It is a pretty, it's a difficult kind of mob. Really do need to interrupt that one. Because if you get hit by his frozen, you end up getting frozen for I think like 10 seconds or something. It's a pretty bad one. Good, man, thanks. Happy to catch the stream. Awesome. Hey, I do appreciate that. Hopefully you had a good weekend. I know my weekend was pretty chill. We went to an orchard yesterday, or like our friend's house, my wife's friend, and we picked some apples and some pears and just kind of hung out, and then kind of chillaxed the rest of the day, really. Oh, I did some shopping, some last minute shopping that for the week. Besides that, pretty much a very chill weekend. One more Sunder, and we'll pummel that one. Yeah, see that? Even though I pummel his cast, he still ends up casting it, which is interesting. Interesting. Horde can hand in 40 question mark as a burning quest. Huh. Did I miss any comments? Yeah, if you guys have any specific comments, definitely drop them into the chat. Could be about the game, could be about hardcore, not hardcore. Pull this one by himself. Oh, wait, he has somebody else next to him. Okay, the hunter got it. Okay, we are done with this quest. I'm not going to go ahead and focus so much on the Tidris. We're just going to go ahead and get out of here. We finished up the majority, you know, the main quest that we needed out here. We're going to go ahead and head from here kind of west. And there should be a mob called Ursangus. So let's go to unit scan. Ursangus. It's a bear. And there he is. It's a level 25 bear, but he starts a quest that we need to turn in for... It's very similar to the Stone Talon Claw. We're going to go ahead and make our way over this way. I don't specifically yet. Oh, there he is right there. Okay, so we just got to catch up with him. He actually ends up fighting other animals and bears along the way, which is just really interesting. Like, if he finds a bear in his path, he'll just straight up fight it. Go ahead and bleed. By a demo shout, and we'll just beat him down. Nice hit right there. Let's do an execute. He's out. And we'll pick up Ursangus Paw. Okay? Okie doke. Now that we got that, let's go ahead and make our way back up north to the road. As safe as you can be. And then we'll head west to go pick up the quest called Reduced to Madness. Reduced to Madness. This is a prerequisite, I believe, for the Crescent Grove dungeon that we can get into at level 30s. We should be able to make it up there. Not today, to level 30. That would be awesome. Unfortunately, we are playing hardcore, so we are hardcore 1 life, and we have the slow and steady challenge, which means that every single enemy, you know, whether in the open world or in the dungeon, gives us 50% less experience. So this is why we don't grind and just kind of sit there and kind of grind on stuff for a long time. I'm really just kind of focused on completing quests, because sitting there and kind of just smacking mobs over and over, you know, if I sat there for an hour and, you know, killed a whole bunch of mobs, it would net me 50% less if I didn't have the buff, you know, the debuff. So in most cases, you'd be sitting there and grinding for like an hour and get the next level. In my case, it would take me 2 hours, and it's really boring to sit there grinding mobs with and that's with the rested experience. I have full rested experience right now. If I didn't have rested experience, it would be even less, right? It would be even less experience that I would get from taking out mobs. So it is a fun and long journey to level 60 on our adventure. But the next method, you know, the next playthrough that we're going to be doing on our next character, I'm not going to be doing a slow and steady challenge. We're going to be just doing a normal hardcore 1 to 60 playthrough. There we go. I went ahead and added the next target. We're going to go ahead and also be looking for Shadumbra and picking up his head. He's the last of the 3 mobs we have to fight for this quest back there called... What's it called? I don't think I have like a specific quest. Yeah, I don't have the specific quest for it, but it is just a like an ASHENVALE kill kind of quest. Okay, right here on the road, you're going to see a Furberg over here. We're going to go ahead and pick up the quest called Reduce to Madness. And you can see here, Sumbra just popped. He is located back here. So if you do have unit scan, go ahead and do like a / unit scan Shadumbra. And he's usually located right back here to the left. So we'll go ahead and take a peek. Level 28. Beast. Go ahead and stop, take a look around. I don't see him over that way, so he's around back here somewhere. Oh, now I can't see him. So I must have walked too far away from him. So if we walk back this way. And now he's back into my view. So he's located over... Oh, there he is right there. These guys are level 24. So I'm not going to have any issues if I get aggro from them. Still going to go ahead and kind of dodge a few of these. I have to fight this one. Okay, now with him dead. Okay, Sumbra's turning around. Let's go ahead and get our charge in. Bleed. Emo shout. We'll do a thunderclap on him, and then we'll just fight him out. Power. Nice overpower crit right there. And if we have enough rage, we can do an execute, but it doesn't need. Oh, and then we got the last item. We got Shadumbra's head, and there we go. We completed all of the kill quests. We got the Sharp Talon's Claw, we got Ursanga's Paw, and we have Shadumbra's head. Okay. Now that we have all those knocked out and done, we're going to go ahead and head south from here. And do this quest down there called the Reduce the Madness. Basically, we just have to take out 3 shamans. Pretty easy peasy kill quest. I wish my crit was higher. I have a 4.3% chance of crit. You know, it's a pretty bad crit. The only thing I really crit with is my overpower. Because I have a 50% chance to crit with overpower with that talent. So really, I have like a 53% chance. So 1 and 2 hits of my overpower should crit. And that's kind of where that deep wounds kind of kicks in. I'm not sure if Impale will be super useful for me, you know, thinking about it. But we'll see. I don't know if there's something else I could potentially put 2 points into. I mean, Tactical Mastery could be pretty useful. Whoops, it is. I got a little bit too close and aggroed this guy's event over here. Looks like some other hardcore player at level 28 probably tried to complete the King of the Furberg quest over there. If I had that, wait. We're near there. Okay, so over this way. I'm going to be kind of cautious through here. We're going to pull these guys out. And eventually there's some shaman that spawn right here in this camp. And boom!
Haven't played Classic since Phase 1 of relaunch. I leveled a warrior and went arms and was dual wielding for overpower procs until I got my WWX.
Fantastic!
Hey Doug, I do appreciate the super chat. And let's see, I haven't played Classic since Phase 1 of relaunch. I leveled a warrior and went arms and was dual wielding for overpowered procs until I got my WWX. Yeah, I haven't played, you know, I started playing back in vanilla back in 2004 when it, you know, World of Warcraft released, but I never played a warrior. It wasn't until I started playing here recently that I really ever picked up a warrior. The highest that I've got so far is level 37 before I died here on Hardcore. This is our 5th attempt at leveling a warrior. It's definitely one of the more difficult classes to level, as, you know, you don't have a lot of control outside of your hamstring. If you get low on life, you're basically kind of donezo. You know, if you get trapped in a situation like this guy right here, this druid. Druids he's basically dying at this point, but look at him. He was able to pop out of his form, heal back to over half life, and he's fighting a mob that's 3 levels above him, and he's able to hold his own. If anything goes sideways, he could just do like the route in place and then back off, do another route in place, and just kind of finish him off, or transform into a cat and just kind of run away. Like, druids have so much survivability versus a warrior. I haven't played Classic since phase 1 of relaunch. Yeah, I played Classic for a short time during the relaunch. I don't know if I forgot if the relaunch was like back in 2018 or 2019. But yeah, I signed up for Classic. I played for a short time, and like all the memories kind of flooded back that, you know, I enjoyed from Classic. But then after I got to level 60, kind of like it started to settle, that there was so many things back in Classic that I really wish had been changed. A lot of the classes were still messed up. A lot of their talent trees were not worth it. You know, such as like, you know, if we start at the top with like Discipline Priest, you didn't see a lot of leveling Discipline Priest. Paladins, prop paladins were pretty much garbage with tanking. They had no taunt. They really had no mitigation, like on, you know, buttons to hit to kind of reduce damage and all that. There was Retribution Paladins, were essentially a 2-button class with Judgment and Consecration. So auto attack with Judgment, that was basically it. Yes, playing a warrior is funny because you have the safest bet, in most cases, charging in. Yeah, it really is. Your safest bet is charging the enemy, because that's how you get the majority of your rage. So you can start getting that charge in, you start getting all those hits in. Oh shoot. Pull it this way. But charging into a target is also a double-edged sword a lot of times, because the moment you charge in, if you charge into a target that's in the middle of a crowd or it's too close to something else, then all of a sudden you have 2 mobs on you, and warriors are not great at fighting with, you know, anything more than 1 mob on you can be really difficult to take out as a warrior. Yeah, you're basically just kind of charging headstrong into a mob and just kind of fighting it. Dude, that's a hard hit right there. 402 damage. While we can take on 2 or more targets, it's probably always not in our best interest. I'm gonna go ahead and fight this guy right here. He's a patrol. If we wait till he's right in the middle, we can charge him right there. No issues. Was a warrior your main class, you said? So I haven't played Classic since phase 1 of relaunch. Okay, so yeah, you haven't played Classic since then. But was your very first class back in the past a warrior? Was that always like your favorite class to play? And I really do appreciate the super chat. That really helps to supporting the channel. 100%. So I really do appreciate that. Big shout out to Doug there in the chat with the super chat. Boom! Took him out. And we're looking for Shaman here to complete this quest. And Shaman are the ones, you're going to notice them really easily. They drop totems on the ground. So as soon as they spawn in, they'll drop a totem on the ground. And if you don't see like a totem sitting next to them, that's not a Shaman. They're pretty easy to spot from far away. Yes, 2004 Classic relaunched. Oh, you did, yeah. In 2004, you played a warrior. Classic relaunch warrior. Yeah, warriors. Oh, see that totem right there? That's what I mean right there. See that totem? Oh, that guy's gonna get it. Dang it! I cleared out this area so I could get the shaman to respawn, and it didn't work out in my favor. Dang it! I should have stuck out over there. The shaman, they spawn over here pretty quickly, you know, on the respawns. I should have stayed over here. So how long did you play up until? I played since vanilla all the way up to Mists of Pandaria. It wasn't until Mists of Pandaria that I kind of told, you know, it started to be less exciting game. You know, everything kind of stopped being as exciting as it has been in the past. Like, I enjoyed for the most part, I enjoyed playing Cataclysm, and then it wasn't until like Mists of Pandaria came out and I started playing it that the enjoyment of it all began to be less and less. Like all the classes began to kind of feel very mushed together. There wasn't a whole lot of uniqueness to each class individually. What I kind of really enjoyed about each class being able to do different things and filling different roles kind of just began to kind of mush together as one. And it began to just kind of be really face rolling, where there was no more participation. Like social stuff stopped happening. There was no sort of communication between party members and guild members. A lot of the times you just kind of showed up, or you would just kind of queue for something, and then boom, you'd get into the queue. So as easy as it was to get in as a new player, it also took away the social element of the game. Okay, so these guys are all down. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for them to respawn. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of fight some other stuff here in around the area. Are you playing any World of Warcraft now? Oh, there's a shaman. See? Shaman just spawned. Drop the totem. That's how you can tell that they're a shaman. We're going to go ahead and charge in here. Get that bleed going. The earth totem is not much of a threat. I'm going to go ahead and bash this guy in. We'll get 5 stunners, and we'll do a heroic strike, and he's down. And there we go. 1 shaman down. 2 more to go. And I stopped after the Lich King. Came back for a Legion, quit again just recently. Ah, okay. Yeah, I enjoyed the Lich King. Like, Wrath was a really good expansion. I'm not sure which is my favorite expansion. Between the Burning Crusades and Wrath, I'm not sure which is probably the best. Like, I really enjoyed Wrath. The Northrend world was a lot of fun to explore. And there was a lot of uniqueness to each zone. The raids felt really fun and exciting. Something over here that I'm not seeing. Huh, wonder what you got. Interesting. Yeah, I never played Legion. I've never played Legion. I just didn't find like the new kind of retail and new expansions don't interest me as much as the old content. I really enjoyed like the classic playthroughs, the kind of more slow, laid-back, chill vibes of classic offered. He's bleeding. Ah, yeah. See, he's dead. I knew he'd go out. I kind of miss the old, really kind of like slower, enjoyable content that is what Classic offered. I'm excited to kind of see what Blizzard does end up releasing, because they are working on some sort of a Classic Plus experience with the shutdown of the Season of Discovery servers and all of that. And now that they are suing and sending out cease and desist letters to multiple private companies, private servers that are running classic servers, we all know that in the back end, Blizzard is working on something for themselves. And they're gonna release it probably here in 2026. Some announcement of Classic Plus coming to, World of Warcraft. And everyone has been looking for Classic Plus for the last 10 plus years now. We wanted something to kind of... Oh, wait, I have to put that back. We wanted something beyond what we got in Classic. Like, Classic was great, but there was a lot of stuff that was still missing. A lot of zones that were not fully fleshed out. I agree, everything is too fast now. Strategy is how fast you can click buttons and not resource management. Yeah, there's no crown control needed. There's no like management of anything. Class composition doesn't matter. Yeah, and they have the one button thing. Well, the one button thing is useful for a lot of individuals out there. Like, you know, there was someone in my chat that was saying like the one button is great because he has a friend who didn't have access to some, I guess finger movements of such. And by having that one button rotation, he's still able to participate and play the game just as a normal player would be able to play. So for the majority of players, I feel like the one button thing was kind of like a little bit making it too easy to play, but I can understand how maybe the majority of players would not need the one button, but it would still be super useful for those that had some sort of issue. I'm waiting for these shamans to That's not a shaman right there. Yeah, but back in Classic, there was... is that a shaman? No, it's an Earth. That's why I do like the private WoW community. They took it beyond. They took it beyond Classic. There's several Classic servers out there. 3 Classic Plus servers that I'm familiar with. There's Bronzebeard, which is an Ascension Classic Plus server. There's Project Epoch that just recently released within the last month, and then there's Turtle WoW. Those are kind of like the 3 most popular Vanilla Plus servers. Where this server specifically, right? There's Hyjal that was put into the game that we never got back in Classic. We could get into the zone by jumping into the mountains and in the wetlands, Winter Spring and such. You can get access into Hyjal, but you never had full access. Other locations in Classic, beta phase was like Telebeam, that island located west of Tanaris. That was, I believe, in like the alpha beta phase of World of Warcraft, but it never got fully fleshed out. Now it's completely implemented into the game. And then over on the Eastern Kingdom, right, there's still continents, locations above Eastern Plaguelands that we still have access to. That's going to be added later on in the future. But here we have the Scarlet Enclave, which eventually there's going to be some sort of a raid kind of installed into the location. Ilneas was never a fully fleshed out zone, but it was on the map in Eastern Kingdoms. Now it's a fully fleshed out zone here. We had that location west of the wetlands and Loch Modan here called, for example, this is called Grim Reaches here, but that whole little continent over here that we never had access to. Other islands along the west coast over this way, and like north of Stormwind, that's again another big old block right there that we never had access to, but it's called Northwind. Turtle WoW's added Valor, they added Lapidus Isle, Gilligim Isle, and they're continuing to add more and more. No shaman here. Not having a good luck on the shaman respawn. And let's see here. Only problem I have with the one button thing is people telling others to use it to optimize their damage. When it stops being a choice is when I have a problem with it. Yeah. Like, hey, if you don't know how to play your class, don't even bother trying to learn to play your class. Just use the one button thing. It's going to optimize everything you need and make you think less. Like, people right now are already thinking less and less as it is, but they're making it too simple sometimes. They're taking away what makes a game kind of unique. Gameplay is that everybody's skill is a little bit different, right? The individual player themselves, they carry the class. They carry, their own skill is what kind of carries that class. So a higher skilled player is going to be sought after more than that one person who could just hit one button and they don't have to, skill cap doesn't matter anymore because anybody can just kind of hit that one button and the skill cap kind of removes itself. Overpower. Oh, I didn't get that crit. Expanded Classic will bring me back for sure. I'm tired of doing Mystic plus in retail. Yeah, I've never played Mystic or any of that. overpower with the bleed. Nice.
Alune be praised.
There's another shaman. Perfect, perfect. Let's see, get this charge in here. Charge, bleed. Ooh, that was a big old crit. 417. Okay, we got 2 out of 3 shaman. We need 1 more shaman. We should get some more respawns here. In a bit, and we'll take out the next shaman. Fight this guy. Yeah, imagine your raid leader saying, yo, switch to the 1 button if you haven't already because you aren't hitting your breakpoint. That would salt the wound. Yeah, that would not be good. And there's so many buttons now in retail that you have to press to kind of max. I don't know. I haven't played retail, so I can't say it for sure. But I just imagine that there's so many things you have access to in retail to make it seem like you have a choice, but in reality, probably don't have that choice. Especially if you use the 1 button macro, then you just kind of take away your choice. Corrupted intellect. It seems like that's gonna be a thing. One more shaman. Really waiting for this guy to Oh, wait, what's that? What would you mates take a second prof with tailoring? 100%. We didn't need a 1 button. We need rim and bloat. Yeah, that is true. There's a lot of stuff that we really probably don't need. Just be hitting. I think the warrior is a good, back in classic, warriors have a lot of buttons we press that I feel like I've leveled a paladin, a druid, a priest, and a hunter so far to level 60. And every class that I've leveled, right, they only have 3 to 4 buttons that they really kind of press. And the pressing of the buttons does make a difference, in the rotation. I think hunters have the arcane shot, multi-shot, steady shot, and they have a couple other stuff. So they have like 4 buttons that they really press, 4 or 5 buttons to optimize their stuff. Warriors, you got the bleeds, you got heroic strike, you got thunders. Everyone in raids, you're always sundering the target. And then you use heroic strikes or cleats like that. I know, and there's my level 28. Boom! Level 28, perfect. Now, this is where I have to make a decision. If I want to go into Impale, or if I want to get my Master Strike. I think I will go into Impale. Oh, Shaman. There's my last one. I feel like I'm going to use Master Strike. I'm going to go with Impale. And quest complete. Okay, let's go ahead and get back up to the quest guy. We'll go ahead and turn this quest in there. This guy's doing quest over there. Oh, did they kill him? He may have died. Dang, he got so close to defeating the King of the Furbergs, and then it looks like he died at the top up there. Huh. Interesting. And Rats! Hey, I appreciate it, Doug. Appreciate it. Yep, level 28 we are on the hardcore side. Have you ever heard of Turtle WoW? I just have to ask. Some people have never heard of it until Blizzard decided to sue them. And other people were familiar with the server. I've had tons of friends and myself kind of play on the server for the longest time. And it really has kind of opened your eyes to what you really want out of a Classic Plus server. Right now, we're going to go ahead and make our way south. There's a moon well down here we have to get to fill our vial. And yes, you have heard of it? Oh, okay. Execute. That's still alive. Right back there. And we're just going to get mounted up and go on back there. Not a lot faster, but hey, it's a bit faster. I'm level 28, so I got 14% faster on my little tiny mount. I heard about it after the cease and desist. Ah, okay. Yeah, a lot of people had never heard of it prior, and a lot of people actually started playing it because of the cease and desist. Like, people are super curious, like, why did Blizzard go after the server? What makes it, what made it shine out so bright that Blizzard decided to send them a cease and desist and just do them? Yeah, there's a lot of content. There's over 2,000 quests, new dungeons, there's new raids, there's completely brand new zones that are custom, new music and everything. It's been a fun experience. I've been playing on the server probably the last 4 years or so, and I've really enjoyed having access to here. Like I said, we kind of went through the world already, right? They've added Hydro and then fully flushed it out. They added Telebeam. It's a level 55 to 60 zone right here. Fully flushed it out. A lot of the stuff that was in beta alpha phase, like these 2 islands located west of Stranglethorn Vale, they've both been added in. Fully flushed out with quests and experience. They even added recently, they added in Valor. There's a new dungeon in there called Storm Route. It's a level 40 dungeon. In Wetlands, they've added Wetlands. I need to go one more up. Wetlands, they added a brand new dungeon. So they have Grim Battle. That's going to be an expansion, a raid. It's going to be a tier 4 raid in the future. Grim Battle is supposed to be a new raid coming out like later in the pack. The release notes. Dragon Maw Retreat is a level 30 to 34 dungeon located here in Wetlands. And then Horde have an outpost here in Grim Reaches. Alliance have another outpost down here. As we saw, we already talked about Gilneas being added in. It's a level 40 zone with a flight path for the Horde and one down here for the Alliance. Yeah, there's a ton of new content and zones and all sorts of stuff in here. Okay, so we went ahead and got... we filled up the vial. So we got the filled etched vial. That's going to be useful for us for 1,000 needles. And now we're going to go ahead and head up north and go do Ordinance. We're going to head up to... We're going to go connect onto this road and make our way north to go do Ordinance, guys. And then once we do Ordinance, so we can turn in Reduce the Madness. And then we can do Ordinance. A level 29 mob. I'm 28, so I don't think I should have any problem. So, okay, I used my talent point. I forgot whether I did or not. So what are the rewards for the quest Ordinance? Yeah. There's no rewards that are special. Yeah, a lot of people heard about it now that, if they're following any sort of World of Warcraft news, then they've heard about it. Because every single content creator that I saw out there was making a video on it. on what it meant, why it happened, and all of that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn in Reduce the Madness. That's a whopping 2,000 experience. We're gonna go ahead and continue up north through here. You do have to be super careful when you're walking through here that you don't run into the elite. There are some elites on the right-hand side. Let's go ahead. I'll show you quick, but I'm gonna go ahead and move up. So if you're walking up this way, you want to make sure you go north and not east, because if you walk too far that way, while there are Laughing Sisters, there's also like an ASHENVALE Sentinel, which is a school, so you will get targeted and die if you get too close to that tower over there. That's the wrong tower. You don't want to go there. You want to go a little bit further north through here. I might get aggro through here. Oh yes, we can get aggro. We'll bleed out that one. Bleed out that one and fight this one. And wait, are you on Turtle now? Is that why I'm hearing Zagarmarsh music and ASHENVALE? Oh, no, the music that I'm playing is from... I'm playing like it's a 10-hour soundtrack of music for World of Warcraft. But it's not, I don't have the in-game music turned on. That's funny that you're able to kind of tell the music. No, I have all sound music turned off in-game. And then I have just music playing in the background that I have. World of Warcraft doesn't copyright any of their own music, so it's nice. So if you have like a specific soundtrack that you like to listen to, or you know, if something happens and you're like disconnect, or you gotta walk away for a minute, at least you have some sort of music kind of playing in the background that's still kind of related to the game. But yeah, there's so many areas sometimes when I'm playing in the game that just doesn't have any music, and I don't like having silence time. Like if you're going between zones, sometimes like you're entering from the Barrens to some ASHENVALE, there's like that time frame where like there's no music whatsoever playing at all. It's just kind of like dead air. You're like, where's the music at? So I don't like that. So I just kind of turn off all the in-game music and just kind of play some World of Warcraft kind of music in the background. Okay, so we're gonna make our way up this tower. I wonder if somebody else is already up here, because all the mobs that are supposed to be downstairs aren't here. I'm guessing somebody else is probably here, but we'll see. That's funny that you got the music on point. Oh yeah, somebody did it. Oh, whoa, where'd you come from? I thought I just saw somebody fighting in there. But I just walked in there and there's nobody in there. Oh, there he is. It's a rogue. Oh. That's why I didn't see nobody.
For Durata. Alune be praised.
It's my favorite zone in the Burning Crusade. Yeah, the Zagarmarsh. Found him dead. Ah. Yeah, Zagarmarsh was the zone that had all the boards, right? And that was the zone that had the serpent raid in it in the middle, I'm pretty sure. The Zagarmarsh. And Bronson Nitzel. What is up, Bronson? Welcome into the stream. And we'll go ahead and knock this quest out in a little bit, I suppose. Yeah, we'll come back here later. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hearth back to the Splinter Tree Forest. And welcome in, Bronson. Welcome into the stream. How are you doing today? we're gonna go ahead and head on back here, turn in Stone Talon Standstill.
Mukra. Farewell.
And don't tell me. Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. Mushroom Forest was Frogger faction, and yeah, had flooded entrances to a dungeon and a raid, I think. Oh, that's right, there was a dungeon to the left. Yeah, you had... How did you go into there? I think you had to swim down and then swim inside someplace, and there was a dungeon to the left, and then the raid was like straight ahead. I don't know if there was anything to the right. I don't remember if there was like a dungeon to the right, but I remember if you went to the left, you went into the dungeon. If you went straight, you went into the serpent raid, or whatever it was called. I forgot what it was all called. Okay, back in the cave, we're gonna go ahead and turn in the Farron's report.
Now, walk with the earth, mother.
And we're gonna go ahead and pick up the quest called A Brother's Worried Mind. And we're gonna go ahead and skip Rude and Evil. This is the Crescent Grove dungeon quest. We're not quite there yet. We're gonna go ahead and skip all that. Mushroom Forest with the sponge. Yeah, I remember this forest now. Okay, I remember it. It was basically attached right to the Hellfire Peninsula. It was the second zone that you went into. It was a really nice zone for sure. I like the purpleness of it all. Okay, so over here, we're gonna go ahead and go into our bags now and go ahead and start all three of the quests. We're gonna go ahead and the Sharp Talon quest, the Ursang Paw quest, and the Shudumbra's Head. And then we can go ahead and turn each of these in. And then each one of those is 2,200 experience. That's like a whopping amount of experience right there. And then we can finally turn in the hunt completed. And we get access to a cloak, 2 stamina, 18 attack power when fighting beasts. Unfortunately, I don't think it's better than what I have. Where is it? So my back piece is 3 stamina, 2 spirit with 50 armor. So I'm just thinking that mine is better. So, okay, with all that turned in, we're gonna go ahead and sell some stuff real quick. Oh, it's over that way. We're gonna go ahead and sell some stuff real fast. I got a bunch of junk in my... Don't know if I'll need Aggrai for much of it. Go ahead and sell that. Leather. That's a nice pair of leather pieces. A bag space, honestly. And yeah, if you guys have any specific questions, definitely drop them into the chat. Right now we are playing on hardcore. We got a level 28 warrior, kind of leveling it up. And throw everything in there. Okay. Yeah, one thing about this server, there's a lot of quality of life changes to help improve the gameplay and the smooth of it all. It doesn't give a lot of like groundbreaking advances, but it is kind of quality of life improvement. So Doug says, I remember comparing Draenor to Outland, and World of Draenor dropped, and I was boggled to see that originally Zagarmarsh was just a lake before the demons made it into a mushroom forest. And Bronson says, you primarily play hardcore. Yes, I primarily play hardcore. This is my 5th playthrough of 1 to 60 on hardcore. I've leveled a paladin 1 to 60 hardcore, a hunter, a druid, a priest, and now we're on the warrior. The warrior has been the most difficult class I've ever had to level 1 to 60, as I've died 4 times so far. I died at level 28 inside of Black Fathom Deeps. I died at level 37 to Drowning and Desolence like the dummy that I am. I died at level 20 in the Barons trying to take out a rare elite. And then I died again super early on in the starting zone in Durotar at level 8 by, doing something dumb again on the island, I think it was. I died out there. But yes, I primarily play hardcore. And yeah, I never played the Warlords of Draenor. Yeah, I never played Warlords of Draenor. So that's interesting to see that Zangar Marsh was a lake. Brent dummy confirmed. Hey, what is up, Rock? Dude, I can't imagine. There's one looking for one more DPS and heal for Black Fathom Deep. And should I go inside Black Fathom Deeps? I don't have enough time. I actually have to leave here today. I have an appointment. And I got to get to it. My appointment's not till 1, but I got to make it to the, the sender and do all the check-in stuff at 1. I'm probably going to stop my stream around 12:15, because I need about, 15 minutes or so to get ready, and then to drive out there another 15 minutes to get there early, and then get checked in and stuff. Skip it. Yeah, I can't skip a VA appointment. That would not be good. It's my not so good one. Let's go ahead. And we're gonna go ahead and pick up the staff. Perfect. Dang, level 47 died. This just shows somebody hitting level 60, but a level 47 just died on the side. Okie doke, what are we looking at right now? What are we going to do? Let's go ahead and fly over to Zoram Strand. There's some stuff over that way we can definitely knock out. And Doug said, considering the most common reason for hardcore deaths is fall damage, I say you're doing pretty good on the warrior runs. Yeah, that is going to be another quality of life thing that was changed here on the server, is that fall damage is capped at only 10% of your max health. So the main reasoning, I think I forgot if it was the first or second reasoning for hardcore death as fall damage on the official servers, that's been completely nullified here on this server, because there's so many instances back in Classic that can kill you, especially as Horde Rat. You got Thunderbluff, you got the Undercity Zeppelins, you got the Undercity Elevator, you got all the Zeppelins, and every single one of those, if something kind of glitches out and you fall through the world, or you go on to something and you don't make it by one fraction of a second, and you start falling through. And there's so many cases that I've seen on under other people where they end up dying to fall damage. That's all been kind of nullified. Or even warriors, they charge at a target and they run over a specific area in the open world and just kind of fly through the open world. They just kind of fall into oblivion. Now, the best part of Total Hardcore Challenge is no auction house and no mail. Otherwise, it'd be an absolute joke. Only need gravity back. Now, I can live without gravity. Gravity, we don't need gravity as a hardcore player. While I don't think I would die from fall damage as a hardcore player, I probably just wouldn't visit Undercity very often. I feel like that's one of the main reasons a lot of hardcore players probably don't go to Thunderbluff or Undercity very often, because the risk of dying increases so much there, especially if something happens, something kind of glitches out and all of a sudden you're auto running in some direction and you can't move your mouse, you can't do your keyboard, something kind of glitched out. And Doug said, the Undercity lift glitch is a pain. That's got me more than once in official servers. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Oh yeah, discard high place jumps. Yeah, I have cheated in that way. I've jumped off the Great Lift many, many times, or just other ways, right? It's so much faster to travel when you're able to kind of jump some locations and not take any fall damage.
Excellent.
I dare ya. Okay, we've arrived over here in Zoram Strand. If you guys did complete the water elemental quest, I forgot what it was called, the Befield something. You could have turned it in Splinter Tree Forest. You get another quest and you pick it up, and it'd be the Janu of the Earthen Ring, which you turn it over this way. Okay, so right here in the middle, we're gonna go ahead and pick up between a rock and a thistle.
Straight.
And then in the back, we should also pick up the Troll Charm. These are two quests that are located back here together. That's gonna be where we're gonna be. That's gonna be where we're going to be heading toward.
Outstanding.
The other quest over here is just a Black Fathom Deeps quest, amongst the ruins. I'm gonna go ahead and take a peek at the reward.
What you want? Later.
Oh, they don't show me any rewards for the quests. Okay. Okay. Okie doke. We're gonna go ahead and make our way west, and we're gonna go ahead and knock out 3 quests. We have Between a Rock and a Thistle Fur. We have the Troll Charm, and inside of the cave back there, there's Freedom to Rule. So there's a escort quest inside that cave that we're gonna go ahead and try and knock out. Okay, I need that Hardcore Death add-on as well. Could you drop a link? The Hardcore Death? Yeah, let me see if it's in the, I think I might have it in the Discord. Let me see if I have it.
Taz Dingle.
Let me... If it's in the, I have all the add-ons. I guess I don't have links to all the add-ons. But I do have all the add-ons that I use in the Discord server. Full list is on Turtle Wiki. See deaths. Okay, I see it right here. Yeah, that's the add-on right there. Okie doke. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and knock out 3 quests. These might be, a lot of people skip the escort quest because the escort quest has 1 fight inside that's either like a 2 or 3, and then outside there's another fight that's 3, I believe. We'll see. We'll see how much it is. I have my retaliation. I'm level 28 now, so I'm thinking I should be on the clear side. I honestly shouldn't have too many issues in this location. But we'll see how it goes. Am I going the right way? Yeah, okay, perfect. And we are drinking our tea. We have, I died saving a potion because I did die one time by saving a potion. I told myself, I got this. I don't need to chug the potion. I have X amount of life still remaining. He's almost dead. But what happened was I got parried and I got dodged back to back. And then he got a crit on me because he got that parry haste from me. He got like 2 hits in a row before me and took me out, and I ended up dying, which is unfortunate. Yeah, the other reason I use the the out-of-game music is just because I have more control over its volume than in here. In here, if I try and adjust the volume in here, sometimes I don't know if it's loud, I don't know if it's quiet, I don't know if it's playing all the way or not. Versus I know that there's music playing in the background now, and it's not too loud, but it's still nice to kind of have. Bring back up that, make sure. And oh, perfect. Brent, many thanks, buddy. Hey, not a problem. Are you back on playing on Turtle? I thought you were playing on HC WoW for the longest time, right? So did you jump back to Turtle now? And hey, what is up, JDF? Welcome into the stream. We're about to get started here doing some Thistlefur quests. Everyone loves this quest. It's an exciting, fun, exhilarating quest filled with all sorts of danger. And I don't think it's too bad until we get into the cave. I can pummel that. I didn't get the pummel off for whatever reason. Okay, note to self, I gotta be careful on these guys. Because they do heal. And I gotta save some rage to actually get that heal countered at about 50% health. So 43% health, beginning to heal, we'll pummel it, and then we'll finish him off. Okay. And Doug says, I gotta go. Thanks, man, for the stream. Hey, Doug, I really do appreciate you popping in and hanging out. And again, big shout out to Doug for the super chat here on the stream. I really do appreciate that, by the way. I hope you do come back once again and hang out. Chat about some more classic adventures. Ooh, interrupt. Got it. Got it. Go ahead and make our way up this way. Right this way. Oh, got it. He's got it. Wanted to... Oh, I'm not going to get that pummel. I got it. I wanted to relive the old memories from retail, vanilla, Northeast Priest. I had no chance to finish leveling back in the day. Bam! Hey, Bronzebeard! Oh, Bronson. Oh my goodness, dude. My bad. Bronson, hey, big shout out to Bronson for becoming a YouTube member and welcome to the Unchallenged crew. I really do appreciate that. Appreciate it. Big shout out there. Welcome to the Unchallenged crew. You also play hardcore? Our way into the cave back here. There's a lot of like high levels going on through here. I've seen a lot of level 60s roaming through this place. Wonder if there's just something kind of going on through here. If they're looking for something, or probably just leveling up professions. Hit it, got it. Strange thing is, but I can't visit the page, but the link you provided seems like it was deleted. Ah, there are a lot of add-on creators that recently went through and deleted all of their add-ons because they don't, during the lawsuit that's taken place between Blizzard and Turtlewell specifically mentioned a add-on developer, Shagu. They mentioned Shagu inside of their lawsuit. So while he doesn't have anything to do with Turtlewell directly, all he's done was made add-ons for the 1.12 client, and because of that, they targeted him in the lawsuit, and so a lot of other add-on creators probably saw that and saying, hey, if we're making add-ons or working on add-ons for the 1.12 client, we could potentially be liable for all that, and have gone and deleted their add-ons off the page. So that might be what happened there. And Bronson says, I primarily play retail, but started playing hardcore recently, leveling a warrior. Nice! Are you playing on the anniversary servers, classic servers, or, which kind of servers are you playing hardcore on? I'm gonna... Wow, strong and staying alive, Brett. Heck yes. We are staying alive all the way. I ain't trying to die. I'm gonna head up into this cave, though. We're gonna go ahead and head up into this cave up here and knock out the troll charms. If I can knock out the escort, I will. But it seems like there's a lot of people here, so we may not be able to knock out this escort. So Bronson, where are you playing at hardcore? Are you playing on the classic servers? Are you playing on the anniversary servers or somewhere else? Anniversary, I wasn't quite sure the difference of all the versions. Yeah, that's the thing right now with retail WoW. There's so many different flavors of WoW that it's really difficult to, new players to really decide on where the heck to play. I don't know what's going on with him. Like, why is he kind of running and he's getting all sorts of aggro? I wonder if he's dying. He's DC. I don't know. I'll help him out. He seems really strong. Let me see what weapon he's using. The Faraki Ceremony Totem. Okay, he has a little staff made by somebody. Interesting. And anniversary. Oh, that's interesting. Nice. Yeah, not Turtle WoW. World of Warcraft has kind of been on a weird area right now. That was a nice crit. They have had a escort now. I'm gonna go ahead and do the escort. I'll come back in here after the escort's done. I'll go ahead and start the escort for now. Where is it? Okay, there. I can always come back in here and do the Crescent Grove. Well, there's a bunch of people dying right now to the Twisted Ancient. They probably did the boss without clearing Twisted Ancients. Now they're dying out. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, there's so many different flavors of WoW that I was recently watching a video where a lot of the players just kind of feel lost as to where they should play. They don't know if they should play on the classic WoW servers, but the numbers are super low. So if they do play on the classic WoW servers, then it just seems like the numbers. Oh wait, we're going to be fighting somebody here. We got 5 stacks. Finish him off. Finish this guy off. We're gonna turn him around. I'm trying not to aggro that one right there too. So that's why I'm kind of turning these guys around, so that when they do run away, they're gonna be running away from the other guys that could potentially aggro. Let's go ahead and get a bandage up real quick. Yeah, I wasn't familiar if the anniversary servers had hardcore on them or if you had to play specifically on a classic hardcore server. I'm not 100% on how that all works, but I really would be interested to know if Blizzard does ooh, hold on. I gotta get this guy over here really quickly and aggro him, and hopefully this guy helps me fight this guy. Otherwise, we're gonna run into a big mess right here. We're gonna run into a mess. Dude. Hold on, pick up that one. I'll let him fight. I'm gonna pull these guys back this way. I want them away from the other patrols right now. I thought I was gonna aggro that one. I think we're in the clear right now. Yeah, he's gonna bleed to death. Oh, he doesn't have any bleeds, but still dead. Yeah, we'll go ahead and regen our mana, our health just a little bit here. But I think that's the last of the whatever it's called. Okay, I think we're in the clear. Worst death I've saved the tombstone and paying it to visit. Oh, wait. Have I told you that my hunter died easy drowning while taming turtle in the barrens? I'm on my druid hardcore right now and just hit level 20. Oh, nice. Congrats on level 20. I did not know that your hunter died taming a turtle. Man, that is unfortunate. But you were taming a turtle probably a level 14. Oh, there you go. That sucks, man. Disconnecting while taming and then dying to drowning is probably the worst way to go. There's nothing that can save you there, right? You're underwater, you're disconnected. This is why I try not to do a lot of water quests, and if I do water quests, I try and get to the top as quick as possible. But sometimes, as what happened last time, it doesn't work out that way. I still died to breathing issues on my other warrior because I didn't follow my rules. I have rules, right? But I should have followed them, and I didn't. And JDF said, the worst death I've saved the tombstone and playing it to visit on my druid. Oh, okay. So it's just in the barrens right now, and you just went out to visit it. If you're a horde player, honestly, if you're like a horde player playing a hunter, I would say that the best pet that you can get from level 10 on in the early stages is the eagle located in the Raven Tusk village. That place is the eagle super overpowered for the level. You get Claw rank 2, you get access to Screech rank 1, whereas normally you wouldn't get Screech rank 1 till level 16 from the bird, the carrion bird in Westfall. Yeah, we made it out of there. And quest complete, perfect. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and run back in here and finish off the rest of this quest. I was experimenting with all pets. I've tried the crab, the strider, the raptor, and the crocs as well. Ah, okay. I've seen a lot of hunters actually use the raptor. I just like having the AoE threat that the bird provides. Why am I in combat? Err, he's in combat with me. I'm getting shot in the back by an archer, and I'm like, why am I in combat? Turns out it's because I literally have somebody shooting me in the back. Okay, 5 Sunders and Heroic Strike we go. Coming. But one of my guildies said that the best pet for now will be the hyena with the pack leader skill. Doesn't it just increase? I don't know. I don't honestly know if that'll be the best. That increases like stamina or something, right? Or what's it do? I'm not familiar with the hyena pack leader. Looking for one more healer, Black Fathom Deeps, 26 plus. Got it. I don't really need anything out of Black Fathom Deeps. I'd rather just kind of wait for the RFK dungeon. Oh, it summons 2 additional hyenas. Are they of the same level as your pet? So if you summon a hyena that's level 40, is it going to summon 2 level 40 add-ons as well? That's kind of interesting. I told him to farm the trinket from Scarlet Monastery to get 4 pets, which is sick. Yeah, you get that Lockie's, not the Lockie stick, it's the whistle, dog whistle or something like that. Yeah, that's a pretty good one, but that's only a level 40 pet. So it's still not as strong as, got it. Pummeled, okay, they're all dead. My throat hurts. This guy must be a follow-up quest. He must be for a follow-up quest. I'm supposed to be able to kill him. I remember having to kill him for a quest. But he must be the follow-up quest to one of these that I'm working on right now. He hasn't said anything about it. Oh, okay. We'll execute with all my rage. There it goes. Not even a strong hit. Yeah, I still enjoy my Screecher. I just know that I'm gonna wait for this. I gotta go back in here and do the troll quest. Nice crit overpower right there. Very nice, very nice. That's funny. I feel like I got pretty close to this guy when I charged at the other one, but the other one didn't attack me. So I was like, maybe I could just walk right by him. Nope. Let's go ahead and spin this guy around. Oh, he didn't go the direction I wanted him. Ooh, I got some AO armor. Just 7 strength. Nothing special there. Too bad. Nice. I love those Sapato, like the crits. My crit chance is so low, but I love it when I do get a white crit. Hey, come back. Oh, I was like, why am I getting a little bit more crit chance than I did before? That's because I had the scroll. I put agility +5 on me. Not a lot more crit, but hey, it is semi-noticeable. It hasn't said anything about it. Anything about what? The trinket? I see a lot of people using the raptor primarily because the raptor is on par with the cat for the damage output. So cats and raptors have a 10% output on their damage modifier versus other pets have much less than that. Big numbers go brrr. Brrr. Do you guys know what BRRRRR stands for? It's buy. Hold on. Buy, refurb, refinance, repeat. So it's only 4 Rs. When you're buying a rental home, like if you're buying a property, you buy it, you rehab it, then you refinance the property, and then you process over and over. Put money into a property, you buy it super cheap, you fix it up, you go to the bank and said, hey, I got this house, it's super nice and fixed up. They're like, hey, heck yeah, your house is looking nice. They take it a loan, you take all the money that you initially put into it, or you might leave some into it, you take out all that money, and boom, refinance it, and you get a nice cash chunk back. Take that money, you put into another project, you by repeating the process, buying up another property, fixing it up, refinancing it, taking all the money out, and then the whole process over and over. You get a few rentals, preferably around 3 to 4, and then you're set. Then you're good. If they cash flow. I like the designs here on the guy. This looks like it's he looks like he's like this guy going like this, like holding something above his head, right? Like these are his arms right here, and he's kind of holding something, like he has like crab hands like this, and he's holding something above his head, and that's his eyes right there. It just looks funny to me. And And JDF says, I'm loving the druid so far, although he might be getting hit with an ad break right now. Okay, we got to take out some Avengers. I need 5 more Avengers. We're going to go ahead and focus on taking out some Avengers. I'm going to go ahead and wait for this guy to pull a bit. And then we'll go ahead and take him out. Yep, he's set. Oh, I thought I got enough distance away. Execute, Volta. Go, do it. Hey, you. Hey, you gotta drink some water. Drink some water. I'll drink. Cheers to rock. Hydrate. Hydrate. This is the one-hand gaming right here. One hand. Oh, I got him. I got him. Bleed, bleed. Wow. Although I can't loot the guy with my left hand. I have to right click. Can't really play. I mean, you can play World of Warcraft. Like, you can play World of Warcraft like with your right hand because you can use your mouse, move it around. But you probably couldn't get very far with just playing your left hand because you couldn't loot anything on the ground. That guy. Do you think he'll pull with the other one? Oh yeah, he pulled with it. We'll go ahead and take out Shaman. Because he's going to try and heal here in a second. We'll pummel that heal, and he'll die. And then this one, we could just fight him. Hydrate! Yes, we hydrated. Thank you, Rock. Keeping us hydrated. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take out a few more Avengers here. Need 3 more Avengers, and then we're done. We completed Between a Rock and a Thistle, we completed the Troll Charm, and we even completed the Freedom to Rule quest. So we did complete 3 quests over here, which is awesome possum. We did hit level 28 so far. I don't know if I'll hit level 29 today, but that would be nice. I just do not have, I have probably, let's see, we got 10 minutes until 12. I probably have about 20 or so minutes left, and then I absolutely have to take off. And while initially my schedule, I was thinking of streaming Monday through Friday every single day, I felt like that might be a little bit difficult to do because I'm trying to grow both of my YouTube channels. And I found out if I spend, every day, Monday through Friday, streaming in my normal hours between 9:30 and 1, that afternoon gets really, really busy with my kids coming home from school, and with, if I have to go shopping after the stream and get some groceries and stuff like that. I usually use that time in the afternoon to get away. So what I'll probably end up doing is potentially end up still streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but Tuesdays I will probably use that day as just a strictly working on my other channel's content and try not to do anything related to my Unchallenged Gaming channel, because I just need to, I want to be able to grow that channel. It's got nearly 6,000 subscribers on my other channel, and I'm working to get it remonetized to the point where, hey, it's, it's bringing in some ads, some revenue from ads and stuff like that. So I did put out in my Discord channel, so if you guys are interested in joining the Discord channel, I did go ahead and put out a little post there in the, I don't know if I called it cash flow or something specifically, but if you guys are interested in knowing the life of the content creator right now, like, I just started kind of working up. I'm not gonna be able to get this. Get it. There we go. Got it. Let me go to the Discord server. I made a channel called Monthly Stats. So it has the little money bag monthly stats. It kind of talks about starting September, I'd like to officially kind of go fuller time than I was kind of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and putting out kind of the stats, kind of showcasing partial time versus full time, and kind of showcasing the income and expenses. And kind of starting back in August, we had 31,000 views on YouTube. So for the month of August, we had 31,000 views total, about 59 new subscribers. The YouTube monetization over on YouTube with the ads made $32.47. So it's not like a huge amount, but hey, it's still really good. It's something starting early on and beginning to kind of snowball up. This channel was very unused early 2025. It wasn't until around March or so that I started making some content, and then I went away in June. I was in Hawaii for a couple weeks on vacation, and then, you know, in between then and then, I went to Yellowstone for another weekly vacation for a while. I've been kind of taking a few breaks here and there, but with the kids back in school now full time, we're not going to be taking as many family vacations now. So I'm going to be streaming much more on a scheduled time frame and be able to kind of put out YouTube stats. So on Twitch, we had 512 views. So YouTube, 31,000 views. Twitch, 512 views in the month of August. We had 13 new followers over on Twitch. And on Twitch, we did make $16.98 from the first few subs. And I don't know if we had any donations, but, you know, I went ahead and just kind of included the big shout outs to those that did sub onto the channel there in August, which were March Warden, Zorg is back, aka Garnak, and then Lisa there in the chat. And then I also kind of talked about some of the miscellaneous stuff that we had coming in. You know, we did get a couple orders from our merch. If you guys are interested in any sort of merch or have ideas that you guys would like to see potentially added as you know, some type of merch or something, you guys can always let me know in the Discord server. But yeah, there's links on YouTube and maybe on Twitch to see the merch that we do have. So I added that in as kind of like miscellaneous. Now, it's great to see the income, right? But it also comes with expenses. So I did talk a little bit about some of the expenses that I have on a monthly basis. Now, obviously, I'm not going to talk about utilities because everyone always has utility expenses like internet and power and yada, 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 right? But I talked about some expenses that I really kind of use for the channel specifically, such as like vidIQ. I use that as a YouTube plugin that it's, you know, for Chrome or for Brave. And it's really good for tons of different, helps with different ideas, helps with thumbnails, help with tagging. It's got a lot of tools. So I pay $7.50 for that tool to use on a monthly basis. And then I pay for Opus Clips, which allows me to post to all different social media platforms, all with one click. I can upload a short or content right from Twitch, paste it over into Opus Clips, edit it right there, add some subtitles, you know, images, some AI voiceover, and then with a click of a button, I could schedule it to go out on specific days and times. And then that's how I was scheduling all my short clips in the past. And then I just kind of have it automated, pushing out to YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, X, otherwise known as Twitter. And I think there's like one more platform out there that I was kind of pushing it out to. But I pay for that on a monthly basis. So then, yeah, those are the expenses. But there were so many tools for it already, even 15 years ago. Tools? What do you mean tools? Tools for YouTube? Or what kind of tools? I don't use a whole lot of tools. Like when I use ChatGPT, but I don't pay for the monthly premium. I've considered paying for the monthly premium of ChatGPT, but vidIQ does a lot of what I need. So ChatGPT, it can be pretty useful for making some thumbnails, but the free version only allows you to create up to 3 thumbnails at a time. Oh, posting stuff, all your socials in one click. Yeah, there's not a lot of that really that target every single platform anymore with video, with individual titles and descriptions. And Instagram. Yeah, it posted to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. So the 5 different platforms And it's an all-in-one place where I can upload my short, I can edit it right there, I can add some AI voiceover, I can schedule it all in one place, and just release it. Okay, so we're back here at Zoram's Strand. We're going to go ahead and turn in between a rock and a thistle fir. We're going to go ahead and skip the King of the Furberg. Now, this place does have some pretty nice pants. 5 strength, 3 agility, 7 stamina. This is actually a pretty nice upgrade. But we did see that the chief, you have to fight waves and waves and waves of these guys. We did manage it last time during our playthrough because we had a hunter helping us. But on ourselves, we would probably get taken out by these waves. So I'm not going to be doing this quest just yet. Maybe later on, if I haven't upgraded this by the next time I come through here, I might consider it. But I'm thinking I'll probably find something else better along the way. And then back here in this little hut back here, we're going to go ahead and turn in the Troll Charm quest. And hey, we got honored with the Dark Spear Trolls. Okay, now we can either fly back to the Splinter Tree Post, or we can hearth. In our case, my hearthstone is 14 minutes away. I'm going to go ahead and take the flight path back to Splinter Tree Post. And then we can go ahead and turn in the Freedom to Rule. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn in the Freedom to Rule. And then we're going to go ahead and fly to Orgrimmar, turn in or train our level 28 skills and abilities. And then at that time, I'm probably going to have to call it for this point, because I want to have enough time to, get off stream, get everything kind of shut down, get dressed, and then I'm going to be heading to my appointment this afternoon. If you guys have any specific questions for me, this is the this is the best time to drop it in the chat. If you guys have a question about hardcore, World of Warcraft, just anything in general, just let me know down in the comment section below. I'm pretty open to, asking any sort of questions. In the past, we talked about AI, we talked about stocks, we talked about crypto, we talked about real estate. We've chatted about, the economy as a whole, jobs. 70% of Americans, like around the age of 20, are highly in debt, living paycheck to paycheck. With even right now, man, there's a lot of, what was it? The big highlight I was reading here recently was an article talking about how more people are not just using credit cards more often to put on the credit card, but they're doing a lot of pay now, or what is it called, like pay now, cash later, or what's it called? Man, I'm thinking of the specific words. What are they? You're taking the item right now, and then you're paying for it later in interval, and it can only go on for so long. Whoa, there's my alarm. Yeah, it'll officially hit 12. What is it called? Pay now. Consumers are financing their groceries. What does it say about the economy? Buy now, pay later is taking over the world. So right now there is a big move from, not credit card companies as a whole, but credit cards were kind of a crazy thing in the past, where you could just pay for the item, put it on credit, and then pay off your credit card. And while it's okay to do that as long as you have the money, now the big thing that's taken over the world is to buy it now, pay it later. And that's kind of keeping the economy afloat, where people are like, oh yeah, there's lots of money flowing through the economy right now. Everyone's out there, everything's fine. People are shopping, people are spending money, everything is good, but people are buying these things on pay now, and then they're not paying it back later. Mortgages are beginning to get behind on people. There's a quest in here. Okay, there we go. We're gonna go ahead and turn in Freedom to Rule. Another 2,400 experience. Man, I'm so close to level 29. I'm gonna go ahead and be running, or taking the flight path over to Orgrimmar. Dang, that's a really expensive flight path. It's nearly 5 silver just to fly over there. So it's A 0 to X percentage credit based on time left. 0 to X percentage credit based on time. Is that how it works? I've never seen how those things work. 7 quests at least, not even close. Yeah, I am close. I'm close. So, I'm not going to be able to knock all these out today, but we have Ordinus, which we'll knock out. We'll knock out the Satyr Horns up here. So I'm not going to go over this way and knock out the Satyr Horns over here. Usually what I do is I'll go knock out Ordinus. I'll head up north through here. And if you guys are working on that Warsong Oil quest, it's going to be up in this way as well. But I usually knock out the Satyrs over here. These guys are 25 to 26 versus if you guys head over here to the east, these guys are 28, 27, 28. They're a little bit higher level. There's a bunch of stealth guys in there and casters, so it becomes a bit of a mess. So to not deal with any of that, I just kind of do the Satyr Horns quest right down here. And then once I knock out these, I usually run on through. I'll turn in Satyr Horns here, run on down south through the Brothers Worried Mine. Then I'll be killing a ton of demons through here and working back in here through these little areas. I'll head over to the Warsong Lumber Camp, knock out some spiders and ASHENVALE Outrunner quests over here, and it leads over to some other hut over this way. And then after all of this stuff is complete, we'll head back and kind of turn all this stuff in. And then we'll essentially be done with ASHENVALE. We should hit level 29 during that process. There's a lot of quests. There's a lot of running around back and forth. You need a mapless challenge. I use my map a lot, don't I? I do use my map. I use my map a lot. Play with that your world map, unbind the button, and quest helper add-ons. I do rely a ton on my quest helper add-ons for getting to locations. Wait, where am I going right now? Warrior. Okay, warrior trainer. It would take me out of whack a little bit. Well, after playing so many times through, let's see, I'd say 60 minutes for 1,500 channel points. 1,500 channel points doesn't seem like it'd be like at least, I don't know, let's see, I'd have to look at how many channel points are collected per hour. And then I'd have to look. I do want to add some more channel point rewards and different sound effects, so I have a whole list of stuff that I need to do and want to create. It's just trying to find some time. That's the big thing right now, is time. Time. Warrior trainer's up in this way. Okay. There's also a new quest over here. This is the new one right here. I have to update my PF quest. So this guy right here, he takes us to Grim Reaches, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Grim Reaches. It doesn't show the level, but I'm pretty sure I shouldn't take this quest just yet. Yeah, I'm not going to be going to Grim Reaches probably until, I have no idea, when's the optimal time to get to Grim Reaches? Is there a fast method of getting there? How did a level 15 manage to die in here? I don't know. I think it's 180 points per hour if you pick up all the bonus points with... okay.
Blood and thunder.
Let me write that down. No. Okay, I wrote it all down. I wrote some notes down. So, Twitch channel points 180 per hour, 60 minutes, 1,500 channel points. No. Disable the map key. That would be a pretty difficult time because I use my map a lot. I don't really think about not using it. Oh, I got overpowered rank 2. Nice. I guess it's going to be a nice little one. So it's gold right there. I got Thunderclap rank 3. Not the best, but I'll take it. Shield Wall reduces damage taken from melee attacks and range attacks spells by 75% for 10 seconds. I really need to use this not often. Well, I really need to that one over. That one's fine over there. When I do swap to my defensive stance, I really need to just hit shield wall sometimes. I gotta get into the mind of doing it more often. Because that one time when I died, I knew for a fact that if I just popped either retail, shield wall, I could have I could have gotten out of the water, and I probably would have survived if I had just played it just a little bit better. I think even 2K would be an overkill for such an easy challenge, but you do. Huge upgrades. Yeah, the overpower, shield wall. These are very survivalistic abilities, so very nice. Level 28 abilities that are going to come in handy, especially when we do quests. Like, it's always worth it. As soon as you hit any sort of even number, always take the time to go train skills because you never know what you're going to get, and it can be super beneficial to you. Okay. So we are done now. I'm going to go ahead and wait these 4 minutes, and I'm going to hearth back to the Splinter Tree Forest. Then we'll continue from there. We'll go ahead. I'm not going to do that right now. I have to log off here in a second. But let's go check if there's that coin over here. I've been getting this coin often. I don't see it. It'd be here. Like, you'd be able to notice it pretty quickly if it was here. Not there. Let's go over here, gamble. Let's gamble 50 silver. Not good. Let's see if we can win back our 50 silver, and I rolled a 17. Dude, I've rolled terrible. Hold on, look at this. I rolled a 26, a 17, and a 7. That means that I should win, right? Goodness. Okay, I'm done. I just lost about 3 gold worth. I thought I would get some luck. I rolled a 26, a 17, a 7, a 43, a 50, and a 26. Those are the worst rolls in the world. I think I had like 11 gold. I just lost 4 gold that quickly. Learn from my experience. Don't gamble. Invest in stuff that is likely to have a higher return. Oh my goodness. I just lost 4 gold right there. Yep. No. Okay. 3 minutes on Hearthstone. Okay, let's go ahead and cover gear and talents as where we're at right now. Then we're going to be jetting out of here, guys. We're going to be jetting out of here once I hearth back to the Splinter Tree Forest. Okay. So gear-wise and talent-wise, we are leveling as an arms warrior here on Hardcore. We have 2 points into improved rend. We went 3 points into tactical mastery straight after that. Honestly, you could probably skip over improved rend and go straight into 5 out of 5 tactical mastery if you plan to just tank all your way up. You know, 20 rage when you swap between is probably better than 15, but I don't know. I really like the improved rend, especially up until probably around like level 40. I might swap at level 40 and completely remove rend out of my rotation or just out of my, the bleeding. But we'll see. After the tactical mastery, I went into improved charge, increasing the rage I generate from charges by 10, which is huge. This allows me to, start with 0 rage right now and charge at a target and have 22 rage, and then when I hit the target, I get up to 37. So I get a ton of rage, which I'm able to use battle shouts, sunders, and everything like that. Afterwards, this is the big choice right here. I could have gone with improved thunderclap or deflection. Improved thunderclap, while it is useful to thunderclap, it's not going to be happening in the open world as often, right? When you're when you're just doing like a normal fight encounter 1v1, you're not going to be thunderclapping unless you're fighting something that's either higher level than you, that you're trying to like slow down its attacks and make it easier to take down, or you're inside of a dungeon and you're taking multiple targets and you want to use that rage to generate that extra threat. In this case, I play in the open world a lot more often. So, whether I'm in dungeons or open world, the 3% parry is going to offer me, additional, defensive bonuses. When I do parry, I can parry, haste, and attack both in open world and in dungeons. So this one is like very situational. 25% of the time I might use this, versus the deflection is going to be benefiting me 100% of the time, both in open world and in dungeons. Then I went ahead and got, and we'll go ahead and I'm going to do the night dot here, and then I'll hearth out there. Then I got the improved overpower. This is just guaranteeing, 50-50 chance I have a percent chance to crit. Basically, 1 and 2 overpowers should crit my target, and then when I do crit that target, Deep Wounds is going to make it so that it's going to apply a 60% bleed based off my weapon damage over 6 seconds. So on top of my rend, I'm going to also be deep wounding the target. So that's going to be doing nice damage to the target. If I do get a crit and a rend on the target, I can just kind of hamstring them and usually kind of kite them to kind of bleed them out a little bit, especially if it's a higher level target. And then after the deep wounds, I went into two-hand weapon specialization because I do primarily wear and use two-hand weapons. Oh, nice. Dragon Slayer buff. Imagine if I had just hearthed away, I wouldn't have got that buff. That is nice. So I primarily use two-hand weapons. So this increases all my damage with weapons by 6% when using a two-hander, plus increases all their weapon skills by 3. Having a less chance to be parried, blocked, or dodged. So that's super nice in that case. Now, this is where I had to make the choice at 28. Do I want Impale or did I want Master Strike? Eventually, I will have to take up Master Strike, but I feel like because I do get I do get a lot of overpower, and I do want to take advantage of those crits. So by putting 2 out of 2 into Impale, it's just going to increase all of my critical strike damage by an additional 20%. So instead of hitting for 400 damage, it might do 460 damage, right? It increases it pretty nicely by every hundreds of a damage that you're hitting people. So especially at our level, as we're getting bigger hits and bigger crits, it's going to just add more damage on top of it. So after I'm done with Impale, honestly, I would like to go into Master of Arms, but I'll need access to Master Strike first. So probably what I'll do is I'll put 1 point into Impale. I'm going to put 1 point into Master Strike next, and then I'll have access at level 32 Master of Arms. So 30 through 34 will be going into Master of Arms. And then after that, I'm going to get Sweeping Strikes. Then maybe come back up and get the rest of Deflection. Maybe come back up and get the rest of Tactical Mastery. Not 100% sure, but I don't need Improved Slam. I don't need Precision Cut to increase my damage base of Execute. I'm not executing often enough. I don't need my Rage Increase because I'm not holding onto my Rage very often, especially when I'm leveling, so I don't need that. Reducing the cooldown of your Retaliation, Recklessness, and Shield Wall abilities by 12 minutes would be pretty useful, right? Recklessness is on a 30-minute cooldown, so reducing it by nearly 50%, 12 minutes is nearly 50%. Shield Wall is on another 30-minute cooldown, so again, that would be down nearly 50%. I don't have Recklessness, right? I don't have Recklessness. So I'm not sure what that ability does, but I don't have access to that one just yet. I'm sure I'll probably get that one probably around level 30 and have access to it. But guys, that is going to be it for this episode. We did hit, level 28 today, almost level 29. We're going to be continuing our adventure in the next episode on Wednesday. And we should, hopefully, Wednesday, we'll try and get to level, 30? I'm hoping. We'll hit level 29 pretty quickly and hoping to hit level 30 during that stream. Also, I'll be looking for a Black Fathom Deeps dungeon. If I can get into a group or tank a group, I'll probably do that as well. But that is going to be it for this episode. Once again, I want to give a big shout out to Doug. While he's not here in the stream, he did do a super chat earlier, so I do want to give a big shout out to Doug for the super chat over on YouTube. And also, we'll go ahead and do some other shout outs here as well. Oop, I just clicked on that. I didn't click on that. There we go. Well, we'll start off over on YouTube. So once again, big shout out to Doug over on YouTube. We had Bronson, another big shout out. I didn't want to forget. Bronson, Schnitzel. I love eating schnitzel. When I went to Germany, my wife is German. We eat out. We had lots of schnitzels, lots of like the donors and Turkish, Turkish. I forgot what they're called now. But we spent a lot of time in Germany. My wife is from Germany. I lived in Germany for 6 years. We traveled back in Germany multiple times over the last few years. But it's such a fun name there. So big shout out to Bronson for becoming a member over on YouTube. And I really do appreciate it. So big shout out to Bronson. I didn't want to forget that as either. And then JDF over on YouTube hanging out and chatting with us. And then over on YouTube, on Twitch, the Twitch side. So Twitch, we had Buzztronic, we had Rock. So big shout out to both of you guys. Appreciate you guys popping into the stream and hanging out. Don't know if we had any other chatters on the Twitch side today. I didn't post my streams in the Discord server. And the way that I'm targeting my streams right now are pretty incognito for Turtle WoW, right? I'm not trying to mention Turtle WoW as there's lots of issues going on out there in the world as a whole. So I'm really trying to go incognito there. And I don't mind talking about, Turtle WoW, Project Epoch, Ascensions, Bronzebeard server, and all of that while we're on stream. We're just kind of hanging out, chatting about stuff. I just don't want to label all my videos and stuff. So that is it for today's video. I really do appreciate everyone for tuning in and hanging out with me. We'll be back again on Wednesday, or potentially, yeah, Wednesday for sure. I'm not sure what I'll be doing tomorrow for stream-wise, if I'll be streaming or not. I want to work on a couple other things before I get too deep into it all, but we'll still see. Okay. So with that said, I really do appreciate everyone for tuning in and hanging out. Let's make sure I didn't miss any comments before I take it off. Rock said, I remember my BRD once I ran with a shaman as a healer. Bruv, shield wall used on cooldown. So sweaty. Used on cooldown. Just name it Terrapin WoW. Terrapin WoW. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. We're going to be playing some Terrapin WoW today. No. I don't know, we'll see. Or maybe I'll say not a Turtle WoW. Not a Turtle WoW stream or something. I don't know. We'll see. But guys, that is it for me. I really do appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Whoop. That's not the button I wanted. That one. See you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.